name is Char, and this is Spicy Takes, the new show on campus where we interview people, and before each question, we have some hot sauce. Our guest today is Grace Nelson.
Hi. Where do I look? Hello. I'm here. I'm nervous. I'm excited.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Grace offered to bring Dino Nuggies for today's show.
I did. This is the only reason I'm here.
Yes.
Because I brought sustenance in the form of dinos.
She's been promising me Dino Nuggies for weeks,
Very
so
true,
she
very
finally came through.
Yeah.
And-
There's been some issues with
And
the
what's
dino
the
nuggies.
cost?
Yeah. It's karma. That's
Yep.
what this is.
All right, so our first hot sauce, garlic herb.
Oh.
Every week we have a new one of these little bottles. I have a whole bunch of them to interchange, and today's is garlic herb.
What dino are you going to go for?
Ooh, I think I'm gonna go
T-Rex.
the goofy looking T-Rex.
Okay, I'm going to go for the Conosaurus that we have called it. Oh, God.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
putting on more. You don't have to put on as much as I do.
Okay. You know, I'm not gonna be a. There we go.
Yeah. All right. Cheers.
Cheers. It's really good.
Very herby.
It is really herby. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. These are cold now, but they're good.
Yeah. Oh well. So, would you like to introduce yourself and what you do on campus?
Yes. So I am Grace. I do multiple things around campus. I am eating nuggets currently, but I am the vice president for SGA, so I do everything that our president Harrison does not do. I kind of organize things. I am the art director for LC Voices, and specifically the website and magazine. So I most recently did like a rebrand of the whole website. I did the logos and stuff. I help with posters. I help with flyers, stuff like that. So that's mainly my two gigs that I do around here. Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's really fun.
It's great to hear.
Oh.
Well, so it's a very simple question, which is why I had the least amount of hot sauce.
It was pretty good. I
But
enjoyed that.
we do have to move on.
I don't want to move on. This has been enjoyable so far.
What we used is the first hot sauce on our last time, which is the Spicy Shark Jalapeno. So,
Jalapeno. What
Yeah.
dino? I'm going to go for a pterodactyl.
ooh, I am going for the Bronchiosaurus.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Yeah, I think it is. It just has a long neck. So
Yeah, I would assume that's a Bronchiosaurus. That looks like a Bronchiosaurus. This one looks more intimidating. It's like
it does look a lot
it's
more intimidating.
thicker, though. The other one was like more watery.
Yeah, this one I think it's just more condensed peppers.
Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna smother his face.
Yep. Cheers again.
Cheers. I didn't eat the part with the hot sauce. Oh yeah, I did. I don't like that one as much.
Yeah.
The first one has more flavor. This
It
one's
does.
still pretty good.
Yeah. So, what was your schooling like? And how long have you been here at Landmark?
Schooling as in like
Yeah,
schooling up to Landmark?
Yeah, schooling up to Landmark. How did you get here?
So schooling up to Landmark, I had a really tough time in elementary school. It was not fun for the first, up to like second grade. I moved around quite a bit, but I went to different schools. I went to a Catholic private school because it was the
wow.
only place that offered like full-time preschool.
Oh, yeah.
So, but then I also went to a school called Ryan. I'm from Colorado, so I went to a public school called Ryan. Did not go well. Teachers did not offer support. So then I went to a private school called Bixby, which was the best decision ever. It's so much fun. I absolutely love that school. It's like Landmark, but for small people or children.
Children.
I really enjoyed it. I went to middle school, high school. High school was really hard because the pandemic hit halfway through.
Yes.
So then I took a gap year. I took a gap year right after high school, because I wasn't sure if the pandemic was going to be over or what I wanted to do, and I was in a not great place after the pandemic because I've been in home for forever.
Did you do anything cool during the gap year? Or
Literally, I stayed home and went to therapy, which is actually a very good thing because it was very beneficial for my mental health, I would say.
yeah, I feel like that happened with a lot of people after COVID.
It really did. But yeah, then I ended up here. My mom brought in these flyers. She's like, I found this school for people with like neurodiversity. It was the first time I ever was like interested in the school. And
Oh, wow.
now I've been here. It's my third semester. I'm loving it. I'm involved in stuff, which is fun. I feel like I'm actually doing things and finding things I want to do for the rest of my life, which is exciting. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You said earlier that you moved around a lot when you were a kid. Why was that? Was your dad in the military or mom in the military?
Well, let me tell you, I moved around specifically like schools because I couldn't find one. I was in the same area, but originally I'm from England, and I moved here from England when I was like 4. And I just had my mom. It was just me and my mom. It's always been just me and my mom. And so she needed to like find places that would be like I could go to for full days because she had to work like a job from like 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So and most places didn't have all day preschool. So when I say I moved around a lot, it was more of like, you know, just moving from like school to school because we had to find a place that actually like worked. And I was not very tolerant of a lot of people. I caused chaos. I was a little troublemaker.
Chaos maker.
Yeah, I set off several fire alarms because I wanted to. I I refused to go down for nap time, stuff like that. So yeah, that's more like I had to move around because I couldn't be found.
Yeah.
My identity was at risk. Yeah.
And what is your major here? Like,
actually, I just declared it a few
Really?
weeks ago. Yeah, I'm what's it called? Integrated arts.
Oh, cool.
Well, like liberal studies with the concentration in
Yes.
arts. So I'm doing like all the general study stuff, getting all that stuff out of the way, and then concentration in arts because one day I wanna be a graphic designer of some sort.
Awesome.
So yeah.
And
so
clearly you're able to do it for LC Voices.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. That's what made me want to be a graphic designer because I didn't know I
Cool.
liked digital art so much. I'm more of a traditional artist. I do a lot of portrait stuff, but
Wow.
I tried digital art and I fell in love with it. So now I'm here. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of being
Let's
here.
keep talking. Let's not keep going.
I don't know. I think you might like this one. This one is called Sweeter Reaper. This one is a very, as the name says, sweet one. So,
That last one was already almost too much for me.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna do a hunchback
ooh,
T-Rex.
I'm doing pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl. Ooh.
So,
Oh, that's so much. Do you want me to do it here? Okay.
yeah, wherever you.
I'm just gonna do a little bit, just a tiny little bit. It looks like orange chicken.
Yeah, it
You know what
does.
I mean?
All right.
Cheers. That was not spicy at all. Oh. Oh. Hold on. Actually, you know what? I enjoyed that one. That one's really good.
Yeah, it's a bit spicy, but very sweet, and I
It's
like
like
it.
tangy. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed that one.
So, what are your greatest strengths and weaknesses?
Oh goodness. I would say strengths. I want to do strengths or weaknesses first. Do I want to feel good about myself or not? I would say a strength of mine is definitely I'm creative. I'm very creative. I'd say that I have a bunch of ideas that I like to share with people. I like to think I'm a leader of some sort. I think I'd say I'm pretty welcoming to a lot of people. I've noticed a lot of people like to hang around me, which is, for better or for worse sometimes. But I like to think that I'm just a generally nice person, which is a strength. I think I'm a good team player.
Yeah.
Weaknesses of mine is I'm definitely, I get this from my mother, where anything that needs to be done, I want to be the one to do it. I don't like other people doing it. I'm pretty controlling, I would say.
Yeah.
If there's any problem we're having, my first instinct is to say oh, I'll do it, even if I have no time, and it can stress me out a lot.
Pretty much taking
Yeah.
on more than you can chew.
Yeah, which it's not very beneficial in the long run because then
Yeah.
you get burnt out. I would say I can be pretty, obviously, I have ADHD, so I can be very distracted,
Yes.
or I can hyperfixate. When I hyperfixate, I hyperfixate. So, I would say that it's, yeah. But I think it can be, all of my weaknesses and strengths, they can be strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
I'd say I can be really creative, but at the same time, when I'm so creative, I can't stick to one thing. It can be a strength or a weakness. But,
And
yeah.
do you have ways when you see you're doing some of the stuff like hyperfixating, trying to control everything? Do you have ways where you try to work on it?
Yes. First of all, again, therapy. Very big recommendation. I'm a very big advocate for therapy. It's great.
Please do therapy.
Do therapy if you need it. It's great. There's no shame in it. Do what you need to do. But I'd say just going and talking to someone and just airing out this is what I've been doing, and not even realizing that I didn't realize for a long time that I had a problem with the reason I was trying to do everything was a control thing.
Yeah.
It was a defense to want to be controlled. So talking to someone really helped me kind of figure that out and like, oh, well, why am I doing this? And just speaking about it can sometimes just help you figure out some things that you didn't know before. So, yeah.
Huh, I'm really glad that you've been able to work that kind of stuff out in therapy.
Yeah. I think it's a wonderful tool that I definitely enjoy. And taking those tools that they teach you and like, you know, bringing them to the outside world and trying to like live your life, I think it's a good thing to do.
It's commendable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Well, here's another thing you might have to go to therapy for.
I love this label.
Swamp gas. So this is the next one. Swamp gas. It's probably my least favorite one. I said this last time.
Okay. Is it more liquidy, more chunky? What are we working with?
We'll see.
I'm going to do a half-eaten nugget because I'm not eating all my nuggets.
Oh, no.
I'm doing small bites because I'm scared.
Yeah,
Okay.
This is probably the one I'll take the least of just because I don't like the flavor that much.
What's in this serving? It's medium. Okay.
It's medium. Which is why it's in the medium area.
Ooh, it's really thick.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a little bit. Okay.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
Yeah.
It's like a slow build spice.
It's a slow build spice, but also it's just not the best taste.
No, I don't
No.
like. I really like that sweet one though.
Yeah, no, the sweet one is great.
Yeah.
Maybe we should switch them so you have the sweeter one before.
Let's just continue to the sweet one. This one's great. Ooh, when I breathe out. Ooh,
Yeah,
it's nice.
it's very dangerous to breathe after having hot sauce. So, what are you passionate about?
I am passionate about a lot of things. Again, art. I am very passionate about art. I'm very passionate in the freedom of expression. I think that you should be able to say what you want to say and do what you want to do to an extent. I think I would say I'm a very big proponent of women's rights. I definitely, anytime I have a project that I need to do or something, my mind always instantly goes to what can I do to make like a statement of what I'm believing to be true. I definitely think, you know, just like letting people, I'm very big on like letting people be who they want to be and live their life in any ways. You know, I think that that's very important. I think life's too short to police what people do in the sense that if everyone is consenting and everyone's having a good, safe time, do what you want to do and, you know, just live life.
Yeah.
Life's too short. I'm very passionate about that. So, yeah.
Yeah, where did the passion from art come from? I know you said where your graphic design came from, but
The actual art came from my mom is an artist
Oh.
to some extent. She doesn't do it for a job, but she loves painting like flowers specifically. And my aunt loves art as well, art and
Yeah.
photography. And then my grandmother painted. Like all our houses are they've always been any artwork we have in the house usually is painted by someone in the family. So I've just grown
that's
up
wonderful.
with people who are artists. So I would say I got a natural talent for it
Natural
from
talent.
them. Yeah.
Awesome. And just over the years, you've kept making pieces of art?
I
and-
did. It was around ninth grade. I was in ninth grade and I went home and I decided that I wanted to draw people. So I spent like
Oh.
months and months just drawing people, person after person after person. And you know, it's a lot of work to do, but it definitely like if you stick to one thing for a long time, it's not like people will look at what I've done and they're like, oh, that's really
Yeah.
cool. It's like, well, yeah, it's five plus years of
Yeah, you improve over time.
yes, exactly. Yeah.
Did you start off with stick figures and then go?
Well, that's the thing, is that's why I say I think I do have a natural talent for it, because I did start off in a place where I think I had a general idea of what faces look like. I think that obviously like it's really scary when you go into it because you look at things and you're not quite trained to look at them in the sense of art. So you look at them and you're like, oh, this is
Yeah.
a person. And then 5 years later, I look at it as, okay, this is not just a face, it's a plane. It's like, how is the light bouncing off of this edge versus this edge? And
Yeah.
like, I can't look at a landscape anymore without being like, oh, that's the foreground and the background and what would make this tree. So it's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, I've always loved art, but I can never reproduce it.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. That's the fun thing about art is I always say that people say they can't draw. I think that anyone can draw. I really
Yeah.
do, because there's always going to be some audience for your art. We did in German class in high school, we looked at old German art, and there was this one German artist who literally drew stick figures with crayons. But he's like a renowned German artist because he just was like free and stuff. And so like that is art.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
still, it's
no.
still creative. So you can do art. You just can't draw specifically what that is.
Yeah, and sadly, our I want to draw is
Yeah, just
Like
practice.
landscapes.
Pick
Yeah.
one thing and draw it over and over and over again, and eventually you'll learn.
there we go. Well,
What is this one? It looks like a wine label.
Serrano lime, probably my favorite hot sauce on this.
Ooh, we'll have to be careful with this one. Is it really citrusy? Because
Why? Why?
I'm slightly allergic to citric acid. But not like to the point that I can't have a lot of it. I can have this. I just
Okay,
can't have
let's
like
have
a lot of it. Yeah.
Yeah, very little.
It just
then.
like makes my tongue burn, but it's already gonna make my tongue burn, so you know.
Yeah,
It looks like ketchup. I'm just gonna tell
A little
myself
bit.
it's ketchup.
a little bit. Very drippy ketchup.
Very watery. Boop. Okay.
Yeah, maybe
There you go.
maybe my sweet mate Joey filled it with water after having too much.
Yeah, Joseph. I have a support team here, by the way.
Before you eat that, does anyone have an EpiPen just in case?
Yeah.
It's not that kind of allergic.
It's-
I will be fine.
Okay.
It's just like it'll make my mouth slightly tingly, and if I have a lot of it, then it will hurt. But
Honestly, that might be helpful.
yeah, it'll just be a different
Yeah,
sensation.
it'll numb your mouth.
It's just
fine.
ketchup. It's just ketchup. It's just ketchup.
Cheers.
Cheers. Shut up. Ooh. I feel like if I have a little bit with a lot of nugget, it doesn't like. Oh, never mind. That one's also quite good.
Yeah.
I don't tend to like citrusy things because, again, I associate it with like,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Literally getting allergic reactions.
it tastes like guacamole to me, and I don't know why.
Huh.
Well,
Interesting.
don't make that face at me, Bryce.
All right. So, I know we've talked a bit about your positions on campus,
Mm-hmm.
but how do you balance your positions and doing schoolwork at the same time?
I think it's really important to be self-aware.
Yeah.
For example, it can get to be a lot. Like there are times when it definitely feels like it's way too much, and in that times I have to put school first.
Yeah.
For example, last week for the SGA meeting, I just sent our advisor a message and said, "Hey, I have a lot of schoolwork to do, and school comes first, so I will not be at this meeting." So it's kind of just being like I said, self-aware about what's important, what comes first. Because at the end of the day, I am here to do school. While all of the extra activities are fun,
Yeah.
I am here for school.
Yes.
But mainly, it's just trying to police myself on not doing too much against the control thing.
Yes.
But trying to not instantly step in to do things when I want to. Is
Yeah.
stepping back and thinking, is it okay to not be included in this right now? And usually it is okay. I don't have to do everything, which is what I keep telling myself. But it's just a self-regulation thing.
Yeah. Something we all have to work on.
Yes, very much
Yeah.
so.
Have you ever had any times here where you have not been able to balance?
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
think it's really normal to have that. I definitely tend to not want to ask for help either. When I've said I'm going to do something, I want to do it, and because I feel like I'm going to let people down, which is a very not healthy mindset to have. I think that there's no shame in asking for help, especially when I'm a really bad person at I do not practice what I preach. I tell everyone
Yes.
who works underneath me oh, if you need help, just ask, I'll help you. But when someone is like, oh, do you need help? I'm like, no,
No.
get away from me. How dare you?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, not acknowledging it in yourself while being able to help others.
Yeah, it's definitely a skill that I think most people don't have. It's because we're often taught that you shouldn't need help for certain things, but I don't
Yes.
think there's any shame in asking for help.
No.
But definitely, I've definitely been overwhelmed in the past because I didn't ask for help, and that can send me into just wanting to hold everything in until eventually you just kind of break, and I'm out of commission for a few days. And so trying to get to the point where it's not that endless cycle of holding on, and then we're not here, and then we're holding on again, and then we're not here.
Yeah.
So definitely self-balancing is a thing I'm working on and still working on to this day. So yeah.
And Landmark is a great place to learn your boundaries for that.
It really
'cause
is. It's definitely
Great support system for that.
Yeah, there's so many things that help with scheduling and making
Yeah.
sure that I always find that if there's time to do it, it will be done.
Yes.
So
Yeah. There will always be some issues with getting things done, doing
Yeah.
things on campus, but the support systems are there.
yes.
If you're
yes,
able
yeah.
to look for them, if you're able to find them, you can use them.
That's true. You just have to be willing to look for them, which for a long time I wasn't. But if
Yes.
you're willing to look for them, they are there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
How many have we done? 1, 2,
Um,
3, 4, 5.
We've done 5. We're
Oh, we're halfway through.
We're halfway done. Oh,
I'm a beast.
We're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. So, this is
Terrifying.
ghostly garlic.
Ew.
It is extremely garlicky.
Ew. Have you seen how pale I am? I'm
Yep.
a vampire. This is
Well.
gonna kill me. What do
Well.
you think this one is? A Triceratops?
Maybe it could also be like a really bad, the ones with
It looks
the
like
spiky
it
backs.
looks like a thumbs up.
Wait, is that just a really bad T-Rex?
Maybe. Oh no.
Oh God! All right,
I'm gonna name this one.
what are you
This
naming?
is
Oh, that's a
this
lot.
is in honor of the chicken nuggets that are no longer with us due to the metal that was found in them. I will name it Tyson.
Yeah. Also, there was a recent recall of Dino Nuggies.
This is not the same brand though, so these are
for
safe.
having metal fragments.
Be
in them.
safe.
Yeah. Please check your Dino Nuggies.
Yeah,
These
Dino
ones are
Nuggies.
safe, but
Oh my god, you put so much
I
on it.
accidentally
I'm
put
a
a lot
little
more.
baby.
I accidentally put a lot more than that on the
You
one.
did. Are you?
Oh well, I'm gonna be fine.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Cheers. Just get it
Cheers.
down.
That's so nasty.
Yeah, I think Guinevere said last time, it just tastes like you're eating a full thing of garlic.
Yeah, it's so bad. Why? And that logo's terrifying. I don't want it to face me. There we go.
Oh no, it shows the price.
Why is it that expensive? In this economy, this is worth $2. I'm kidding. If you make this hot sauce, you're doing great work, and I love you. But it's bad, so change it.
So we talked a bit about balancing schoolwork and people having issues where you try to step in. But how do you deal with conflict?
I try to avoid conflict at all costs, but obviously you can't.
Yeah. For the conflicts that you actually end up in.
Yeah, I would say that I tend to go either one of two ways. I either become full on lawyer mode and just get very logical, and I'm just okay. What's the best way to find the solution? Because I get very annoyed when when people are angry and they're angry but they're not doing anything about it and they're just sitting and seething. It's one of my pet peeves. I hate it. I'm like, if we're just sitting and being angry, at least have something to do. Like,
Yeah. No,
I don't know.
Don't just
Yeah.
sit next to each
Or
other.
if I'm truly angry with a conflict, I can just full on like go psycho a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's normal for everyone, I think. A little bit.
What about in like a leadership position?
In
when you're-
leadership, I'm definitely I try as often as possible to just be as okay. It depends on the conflict. I think
Yeah.
if it's like a personal conflict that's been brought into like for say like LC Voices, it's okay. Let's leave that at the door. This is work. But if it is a work conflict that is happening, it's definitely why is this happening? What can we do to solve it? Let's get a move on because it is a professional environment and you need to be as professional as possible. And obviously, sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. But you just have to try and be as impartial and as logical as you can be, which can be hard. But
And what about if you're not in the conflict, but you're in a leadership position like SGA, and you have two of your, I guess, employees? I'm not exactly sure.
senators, I guess.
Yeah, senators.
Yeah.
Arguing in session. How do you?
Well, the fun part about SGA specifically is it kind of is just one big argument. You're kind of just arguing with each other over and over again to try and get stuff done. The problem is when you're arguing and it's not going anywhere, where you're just continuously yelling at each other. And that's when it comes down to me or Harrison to just put the gavel down and say, stop, we're moving on. We're not even going to touch that right now. It just becomes if we're not part of it, because in SGA, part of it is there's an idea and we're going to have different opinions about that idea. So we're supposed to talk about them and get them, like, it's what makes SGA such a great thing is that it is a place to debate those things.
Yeah.
But it definitely can sometimes get a little out of hand, in which case we kind of just tend to put that away for a second, let everyone cool down, we'll come back to it later, let's move on, because we need to get stuff done.
Do you pull people aside after meetings, or do you just try to let them do it on their own?
I would say we try and let them do it on their own. We're pretty much in the mindset that if you are responsible enough to be in a leadership position in terms of, because they're not like a leader, but they're a student leader, then you should be able to police yourself to an extent that you should be able to then walk away for a little bit, maybe take a walk, come back. But if it is to the point where we need to talk to them, we will pull them into a meeting outside of it. It won't just be like a quick, hey, stop doing this. It'll definitely be a meeting situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you guys have figured out a way to do it for SGA at least.
Yes, we definitely try to be as impartial as possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be hard, but you know.
I mean, you're the vice president, Harrison's the president, so
yes.
it
Especially
is a position.
in SGA, we all have our own opinions and we all have our own stances on things, so it can get heated at times, but the important thing is just trying to be respectful of everyone's opinions and ideas, and that can be hard, but we try and do as best as we can.
Speaking of getting heated.
Ooh, segue. Oh, these are the really bad ones, aren't they?
Yeah, we're getting up there. So this is the one I got at the farmer's market. It is Green Gourmet of Vermont, Dragon's Fire, a habanero with ginger.
I'm putting my hair up.
So.
Habanero with ginger.
Yeah.
Oh, no. This one looks like... Okay.
Looks like a Star Wars character.
It does. It looks like a mermaid tail.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm gonna put it on the little... I haven't cursed so far. I'm really proud of myself.
Yeah.
I'm doing so little amount of it.
I feel like
at some point, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do a lot of it. I should have done that earlier, though.
Yeah. All right. Cheers. You're just licking it.
That was a bad idea. Why did I do that? Why did I do that?
I don't know.
I need the ranch. Leave me alone. Beautiful. This is not sponsored, but...
Not sponsored, but we have ranch.
I love my life. I brought my own ranch.
So, we were speaking a bit about student council and conflict, but what does the student council do on campus?
The student council is essentially the... Ooh, that one's great. Oh my god. That one's... Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good job, farmers.
But yeah, what does the student council do?
They, what do they do? That's a good question. They are like the pipeline that connects the faculty and the student body.
Yes.
And gets the ideas between. So any like problems that the students are having with the school, we try and bring it up to faculty. We try and get like, we're the voice of the students essentially.
Yeah.
There's so much saliva in my mouth. Yeah. What did I answer? Did I answer it? I don't know where I am.
Yeah, so you answered a little bit. Is there any initiatives that the student council is trying to do right now?
Definitely. I think I'm allowed to speak about this.
Well, we're about to get...
Top secret. We just finished, we're in the process of putting microwaves in all of the dorms.
Yes.
That's a big one that we've been working on for since last spring, essentially.
Wow.
That lingers.
It does.
Ooh. I'm not gonna use milk.
You're not gonna use milk.
I'm not a little baby. But right now I'm specifically working on orientation reform or like changes to orientation because we have felt that in part there's certain parts of orientation that weren't getting through to some students' heads.
Yes.
Especially just the way that it was kind of set up this past go around. We didn't like that the Title IX talk specifically was on the Sunday.
Yes.
Because students, we tell them, I was an orientation leader, we tell them that they're supposed to go to these meetings, but by Sunday they kind of figure out they don't have to. And Title IX is one of the ones that you should be at. It's very important. So we're trying to change some of the language that's used in there. We're trying just to get it through people's minds that this is an important matter that you need to understand when you're going to be on this campus. And we want to try and get back to orientation leaders having a longer training period because it can be really hard to train a bunch of people to lead people in just 3 days. It's very hard to do. So we're just trying to make things as streamlined as possible and get that really important information to students as good a way as possible. We're trying to do that right now.
Yeah, I heard from some orientation leaders actually that they were that they would be more against going to training for over a week because they're only working for a few days and then they're not doing anything else.
Yeah, it's a
commitment.
It really is, but I think if you're in that mindset, then you shouldn't be an orientation leader.
That is
I think
very true.
that if you're going to offer to be an orientation leader, you need to be up to the job. I don't think if you're in the position of an orientation leader, you should be in the mindset of, well, it's only a few days, I don't need the training. It's like, no, you are the face of the school for a few days. You're the first thing that these students, you're the first line that these new students are going to go to when they have questions that they're going to use to feel welcomed, like that they're going to use to meet new people. Like, so you should definitely be in the mindset that I'm here for these next 2 weeks. This is my job. This is what I'm doing. And if you need to have that amount of training, you should be open to have that amount of training.
Yeah. I mean, I remember my first week of school, I did not like orientation because of the attitude of my orientation leader.
Yes, it can be a give and take. And I do think that it's important to remember that the orientation leaders and the people who run orientation, a lot of them, they're trying their best with what they're given. It's not any fault of theirs. It's just, it's trying to organize so many people in such a short amount of time can be really hard. And we just want to make it as welcome and as streamlined as possible for new students.
Yeah. And is there any other initiatives?
Ooh, that's a good question. I am currently headlining, I'm trying to write cards for people who live in care homes and stuff for the holiday season. People that potentially are lonely, don't have anyone, just writing like, hey, Doris, how you doing? Have a good New Year, good holiday season. Because it can be when you're alone at that age, people don't come to visit you, can be sad. Yeah. So just a way to kind of get the community to come together. Don't side-eye me.
No, that's such a great idea, actually.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
If you ever actually need any help with that,
definitely. I'm looking into it right now. I'm looking at all the different places that are around here, trying to talk to them and be like, hey, would you be up for doing this? Yeah.
I'd be definitely willing to write some.
Yep. Good. I will keep that in mind. You're getting emails from me. You're getting emails with very strong language from me.
Very strong language. Tres diablos.
Tres diablos.
Yeah, you say it a lot better than me.
Tres diablos.
Okay, this one is with scorpion pepper.
8. So this is where you tapped out.
Yes.
Okay, I have to last till number 9 then.
Yeah, you gotta last till the last one. Come on.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. That's so much.
Yeah.
You.
This is just a treat for me.
Shut up. No
All right.
one likes a know-it-all.
I know.
It's just ketchup. It's just spicy ketchup.
Cheers.
Oh. It doesn't taste like anything.
Yeah, I think it just tastes like spice.
Wow. Wow, that's so good. Too full for any more, though.
I mean,
Such a shame. I just have a bunch of little tiny nuggy pieces just sitting in my bowl. Do you want my nuggy pieces, Joey? I'll give you my nuggy pieces at the end.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, man. Oh, breathing makes it worse.
So, to continue the train we've really been on.
Oh, my God. I just swallowed in. Ah!
What are some of the challenges and responsibilities of being VC? Like, what do you do? Like, what's the minutia of your job?
Oh, my God. VP?
Yeah.
So, I do so much. It's crazy.
Do you want us to start with the smaller details?
Yeah, let's go into some really small details. So I do things.
Do you like write a lot of emails?
No, that's a communications officer's job.
Oh.
What I do is
You've got this.
I do have this. I have this so good. I'm kind of the bridge between, I like how we're the bridge between students, staff, faculty. Yeah. I'm the bridge between the president and the Senate. So I am like sitting there, I come up with ideas. I'm essentially a glorified senator is what I like to call myself.
Yeah.
I'm there to help with ideas. I'm there to
You're there too.
It really hurts in
know.
my mouth. I don't like it. I'm not gonna curse though. It's a family-friendly channel. There's so much mucus. And I also, how are you not reacting to this? That's crazy.
I took a lot more.
You shut up. Shut up. You.
There was.
It's out. I hate you. Shut up.
Is dying.
Shut up.
Okay.
So I essentially, I'm unlike the president, I have a vote. So when we're voting on things, I can actually have an opinion. But I essentially just bring in ideas. I bring in like different, like I'm not like connected to each individual residence hall. I'm definitely more just like a general voice. So oh my God.
Yeah, try not to burp. It
Yeah.
makes it worse.
It does. Yeah, it really does. Yeah, it's essentially just a glorified senator. It's what I would like to say.
Okay.
But I'm definitely part of more meetings. I'm part of the executive board meeting. I'm part of like, I'm a head of 2 committees. Like, so I'm definitely just like helping around where they need me to. And when the president's not there, I take over for him. But I help with like running the agendas, putting in rules in place, stuff like that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much just being an assistant.
I'm just an assistant. I'm a glorified assistant.
Hey, you do a lot for an assistant.
I really do. I don't
Well,
need it.
So that was the 8th one.
God,
There are 2 more than that.
Oh, how are there 2 more? It looks like a bloodbath in there.
It really does. All right. So this one is Moruga Scorpion.
I don't like it. Do you know what the schools are?
I do
Does it
not.
say?
It does not say. I wish it did. I might have to like look, just do some deep searching.
Oh,
I'm
God.
not even doing that much. Because you can smell the spice from here.
Oh. Okay, I'm so sorry, my son. Let me just,
The poor Dino Nuggies.
they don't deserve this. Such a glorious creation being.
Well, have fun.
Oh no, get off.
You just removed like. Oh.
Okay, wait. There we go.
Okay. Cheers.
It's really good.
Yeah, I do suggest eating it.
Wow, yeah. Ha 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 ha. Shut up.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad. This one's actually not that bad
No.
so far, but I'm scared.
I mean, you also didn't have that much.
Don't test me, boy. How is this one? This one's not as bad as this one.
I think you just got more of the last one, because that one is worse than that one.
This one is worse?
Yeah.
Is it just...
You may just be in so much pain it doesn't affect you as much.
Maybe the lime's starting to kick in.
Yeah.
Are you really? All right.
Yes. I'm not a... I said I would do more of one at some point, and this is my Roman Empire.
This is...
Just a tiny bit
Have
more.
you been thinking of the Roman Empire?
No, my Roman Empire is Aemon Targaryen
Ooh.
from the House of the Dragon. I think about him all the time. That was a good decision, and I don't regret it. I beat you, Guinevere. I beat you.
Let's go.
I did 9 of them.
Besides being able to eat the hot sauce, what is your greatest achievement at Landmark?
I mean, this. I would
Besides
say,
this.
Oh, God. That little extra dot made a big... Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think you just kind of swallowed it without actually getting any of
That was
it.
a bad idea. Why did I do that?
I don't know.
So...
Should not listen to my taunting.
Yeah, it's a... I'm sorry, I'm talking. I would say making the logo.
Making the logo.
That took 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah, it took 6 months of just working on. I made like 3 different logos. I made all the color palettes. It was
This is
definitely
the logo for Elsa
voices.
Voices.
Yeah, all of that. I did all of that. I designed the logo. I designed the fonts.
Wow.
I did 3 different versions of it. We voted on it. Yeah.
I think they're mocking you in the
I
back.
think they are. Oh my God. Why is that?
All right, so let's have a little bit more ranch.
Let's do a little bit more ranch. This is my chaser.
Why are you making me laugh? Why are you asking me to laugh?
Oh, the sweet taste of... Oh, the front of my tongue is still burning because I didn't get any ranch on it.
Okay. So you worked on this for 6 months. Why did it take 6 months?
Because I was new to it, first of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, it was a lot of creative liberties. They told me, I told them, I'm like, I want to beautify this website. I think it looks stupid. I didn't say it in that language. Maybe I did. I don't remember. Oh my God.
There's one more. So you had a lot of liberties.
I'm going to get through it. I'm going to get through it.
You had a lot of creative liberties.
I did a lot of creative liberties. They told me like I can do whatever I want. And so when I was making the logos, I made I made 3 different logos.
Milk's right there.
No, it's not. It's not there. Get it away from me. It's the milk of Satan. See, it's a give or take. I'm lactose intolerant, so.
Yeah.
So, but they were like, I made a logo, and they're like, well, we like this one, but can you change this about it? Can you do this? I kept bringing it over and over, and it was just a lot of like back and forth, essentially. Yeah. So yeah.
And this is what you get for that.
Thank you. It was really fun though, and I really enjoyed it, and I like how it looks.
I'm glad.
And everyone else liked it, and the color palette is now a maroon and gold opposed to like blue and gold. And it was really fun learning about all the rules, because when I first made a poster for it, I used one of our old logos, and I modified that logo, and they just sit me down and go, hey, what you have just done is illegal. You cannot do this. And I was like, oops. So then they had to do a whole class talking about like copyright law because of me.
That's actually amazing.
Yeah. So, but they're very good at like, when you do something wrong, they're very like good at like, you can't do this, but we'll teach you what you should do.
Yeah. All right.
Look, he's missing a wing. He's an amputee. It's blue.
Oh God.
I love blue. Blue's great.
All right. Well, here is.
It's called The End.
The End Flatline. It is like 9 million Scovilles.
How is that even? Okay, do you know how they get this?
So they make a pepper extract of like 6 million Scoville, and then they have a whole bunch of just different peppers like Carolina Reaper, Scorpion pepper again, a 7-pot chocolate Douglas peppers, ghost peppers.
That one's still, it doesn't hurt now, but that was like an actual painful experience.
All right.
Are you gonna do this one?
Yes. I am doing them all.
That's it? I've heard this can burn your stomach lining.
Only if you take way too much.
Okay.
So we're just gonna dip.
It looks like molasses. Like.
Again, it flows like blood.
Okay, let me just tell you. I have seen someone have this.
Yeah.
You brought it to the dining hall, and
Yes.
I saw someone, and I had to get them like 6 glasses of milk.
Yep.
Why am I doing this? Why did I agree to do this? It looks like blood. Is that too much?
All right.
Oh, God. And the funny thing is when we did this, I was like, I will never do this. Anyone who does this is stupid.
Well, welcome. Welcome to the Stupid Club.
This looks like blood.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's, wow. Oh my God.
All right. So, yeah, I would say the milk. While you're drinking the milk, if you had 10 times the amount of budget for student council, what would you use it on? Okay. Just drinking a bit of milk.
Oh my God. That is.
It's.
Oh.
It is bad. You got this. All right.
Oh my God. Oh, I would spend it on a pony.
A pony?
I would get a pony. Oh.
The budget for the student council, you would get a pony?
I would get a mascot that's a pony. Name him Ralph.
Name him Ralph. Oh my God.
Ow.
It's not that bad.
Shut the up. Oh my God. Oh my
I don't think gargling helps.
No, just hold it in your mouth for a bit.
Yeah. I agree with that one. Okay. So, other than the pony mascot,
I would redo the dorms.
you would redo the dorms. How so?
I would get air conditioning for all the dorms.
Ooh. That would be very nice, especially in the summer. Because it can get extremely warm in the dorms.
And I would get new furniture.
For like the common areas or within the dorms themselves.
Everything.
Everything. Ooh.
I would. Oh my god.
It's probably good we have the entire Nalgene filled with milk. Just flip me off behind her hand. Wow.
You come and do it.
I'll do it.
I mean, if you guys want, you guys can try that. All right, Joey. You can come up while we're waiting for Grace to stop.
Wait, you tried it? What? Wait.
You know, I think really it's like student living and comfort. Oh, it's fine when I have milk, and as soon as I stop having milk, it burns.
Yeah. So student living, student comfort, making sure that the dorms have better furniture, air conditioning.
Yeah. A milk supply.
Maybe like
Dining hall.
hiring more RAs for every dorm. Yeah. Well, I think we're at the point where it's too difficult for you to speak without milk in your mouth. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you for doing this. I know this is very rough to get through.
It has not been a pleasure.
It has not been a pleasure, but
I
thank
hate
you so much
you.
for
You are
coming.
a bitch. We are no longer in communication.
Okay. Yeah, this is the punishment for doing this show. Well, thank you for coming, and
I can't believe I gave you Dino Nuggies.
thank you for the Dino Nuggies. I
You
got
don't
Dino
deserve
Nuggies.
these.
And this was Spicy Takes. Thank you for coming.